Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, issue number 4. Got more on that number in a hot minute. Just have to get a couple things out of the way first. So let's get into this. This is the Spider-Geddon Part 4, basically the Spider-Geddon aftermath. I think this is the only aftermath to Spider-Geddon there is. Like Stars from the Sky, it's called. Writer, Sinan Maguire. Artist, Rossi Campe and Takashi Miyazawa. On colors, we've got Ian Herring, and letters, VC's Clayton Cowles. Bengal did the cover. All right, so we start off with Spider Gwen, Gwen Stacy. She's rat-tat-tatting on the drums. Am I the only one who looks at a certain beat and I see that there's the familiarity of it? I'm just like, let me try and go over this in my head with the same tempo and the same intensity and see if I can actually recognize the song that's being played. Now, maybe Sinan Maguire is just like, I'm just writing but up. That's all I'm doing. I'm not actually writing any, particular song, but I still tried. I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, what do you call it? Yeah, she's going through the drums, and then all of a sudden, not even the ghost of William Braddock comes up, but a figment, a memory, I should say, of William Braddock comes up. He's the character who played the Captain Britain Spider-Man guy. He died during the Spider-Geddon event, along with Spider-Man Noir. And basically, there's a big funeral. She's the only one who can teleport around. I can't remember why she's the only spider character, spider totem, who's able to teleport around now. I know all the watches were destroyed and all the other tech were destroyed. Why can she still teleport around? I can't remember that. Anyhow, she after that, they bury Karn on Loom World. That was actually really beautiful. I liked that. They buried him, and by actually they didn't bury him. They gave him a funeral. They all spun a web on him, and then they lit it on fire once he was covered. I thought that was freaking awesome. Really great storytelling in that. After that, she visits the family of Spider-Man Noir and William Braddock, and she doesn't get a good reception from Aunt May with the Spider-Man Noir thing, but she does do a couple visits. I don't remember enough from the Spider-Man Noir world for any of that to really have a heavy impact on me, but it was just enough that I was like, all right, well, that's actually really cool. But the William Braddock guy, I have no idea for the most part who this William Braddock is. He's a spider character who wears the Union Jack basically in order to be Captain Britain, but as Spider-Man, as a spider totem. Okay, cool, man. That's awesome and stuff. But like where's Brian and Betsy Braddock? Anyway, by me not knowing anything about this character, like anything about him except that he died in this rather flat Spider-Geddon story, the memorial, because most of this comic was really her being at that funeral, I felt like it just didn't really do a whole lot for me. In fact, it really didn't do much of anything for me. There was nothing to sympathize with, least off to empathize with. There was nothing here for me. If you're familiar with the character or you're familiar with Spider-Gwen, a lot more than I am, then this probably meant something to you. And to be honest, I'm kind of envious of you being able to feel this comic book, because I didn't feel anything. I felt robotic, like a little bit dead inside. I'm just like, oh, somebody died. Yeah, it sucks. I wanted to go up just be like, oh, sorry, you have my condolences, and whatever those typical things that people say at funerals, where it's almost like, just don't talk, be there, walk away. That's it. That's usually me at funerals. Anyway, usually. I don't know. This didn't really do a whole lot for me. I felt like this would have been better if she just stayed on the drums the entire time and just had a couple flashback memories of her visiting here and visiting there, and at the end she just put the drumsticks down and then walked away. I feel like that would have been more impactful for me, because then it's like, okay, she does have these ghosts, these memories, and she did go and try to return the bodies, and she tried to, give the message to the loved ones and things like that. But this is all just her remembering that she just recently did this stuff. but she's just trying to play through the drums. Anybody who plays music, and I haven't played music nearly enough in a very long time, but anybody who has, you know how cathartic it is. You know how freeing it is. It's like loud meditation. You know what I'm saying? It's something special, and I think that most people can get that. And if that kind of a message was conveyed during the course of this comic book, I think it would have been pretty cool. I think it would have gotten across to enough people. You know, I think it would have been more impactful. But for me, right now, this comic book meant absolutely nothing to me, and that's a shame because I know that there was some substance. But it's like it's only for the people who are in the know. But I'm not in the know. I'm out the know. All right, not outside the know, just out the know. I'm like removed from the know. I'm like the bastardized fifth cousin of the know. All right, just no. So, yeah, maybe it could have done more for me, and maybe some of that is on the author. I don't know. You know, the writer. I don't know. I can't place it because I just don't know enough about this. There will be an issue 5. And I hope there's going to be a lot more after that, where we can just get past the idea that, yeah, she's mourning for people. But if the comic book did do something for me, it was the idea that they mentioned that, you know, the world is a very hostile place for Gwen Stacy's, you know, and death always falls all around her. That was actually pretty cool. That was almost impactful. It just wasn't followed up on, or at least it was followed up on in a way that I couldn't follow. Anyway, I'm hoping to get more into this. I'm hoping that we finally get her saying, I am Spider, or, you know, Ghost Spider, because it's a cool-ass name, man. It's definitely a cool-ass name. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Oh, you know what? Talking about all the ghosts and things like that, what a great time it would have been for her to have said, I'm like the Ghost Spider. Wow, bang, boom, right there. Missed opportunity, I feel. Anyway, I just read the comics. All right, guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.